And we do have the claims number coming in, and I'll give that first since most people want to know about claims. We'll keep Tom in suspense. 190,000, can you believe that? We continue to see jobless claims not rise because the economy is slowing, but fall because the economy is doing who knows what. We'll turn to Carl in a moment to ask about that. All right, Tom, here's your number.
After a long and variable lag, we'll do.
Here's your number on the unit labor costs, 3.2%. And what's interesting is that's a revision to fourth quarter productivity. So we are doing quite well here compared to 1.1% the last time. 1.7% for non-farm productivity. That is down from the 3% while ago. So it does look like there is a strong possibility that maybe we are seeing companies pay up to get work done. But right now, the amazing thing is the jobless claims numbers that just continue to hang in there. I mean, we don't even get a slight movement up or down. They were 192,000, down 2,000 from last week. So
how does this shift the view, Mike, at the Fed? You are knee-deep in this with your important interviews with presidents and governors. They've got to be sobered by these large standard deviation moves.
Well, I think they have been. They've been as surprised as everybody else by the fact that the economy is stronger than anybody seems to have thought it was. Again, I go back to the fact that this is not your standard recovery from a standard recession, and a lot of the models aren't working the way you would think they would. But we've seen more and more of them come out and say higher for longer. Yesterday, we had Raphael Bostic raising his view of where rates should go, and Neil Kashkari laying 50 basis points as a possibility for the next meeting on the table. Kashkari being a voter, that's something to keep in mind there. So, yeah, the Fed is looking at this and thinking that they may have to do more. They're going to take it meeting by meeting and see what happens. But right now, they wouldn't argue, perhaps, with people who are raising their bets in the markets. Again, I go back to, though, something I've said before, that if you are betting on higher interest rates in U.S. Treasuries today, you're doing that based on information, for the most part, from a month ago. The claims numbers are new, but everything else, I mean, the productivity and unit labor cost numbers are for the fourth quarter.
Well,
you have some people who might start to question the data, say that in this era where people hang up when anyone calls to give them a survey, this isn't as accurate as it has been traditionally. Do you buy into that? Do you ascribe to the lack of accuracy of potentially this data based on modern technology and the way that some of these surveys have been collected?
I think they do good enough work at the Bureau of Labor Statistics that the jobs numbers are pretty good, and the Bureau of Labor Statistics is also doing a lot of work in changing the way it gets the data for the CPI numbers. They're going to private sector providers because sometimes they can't get the data on a timely basis in the way they used to. And the real question is perhaps in the unemployment numbers, because that is, in large measure, a telephone survey. But I have no reason to believe they're not doing their best to make it statistically accurate. We do know there are questions about unemployment claims because the systems are so old in many states. But I think this is the consistency with which we're seeing low claims is probably some sort of guarantee, not guarantee, but some sort of show that we are seeing things accurately.